Every day, there's a series of movements. Your journey to work, how you interact with family and friends. All of those make up a personal choreography. Yet, most of us aren't aware of that. So wouldn't it be great if there's a way that we could translate our daily routine into something that's a story, that's engaging, a way we can learn from it, share it, possibly empathise more with others through it. So let's take you through what we thought on that theme. So we've come up with an app that can transform your daily movements into your own personal story. The best way for us to explain what we mean by that is to show you an example, a real life example. So here we have Laura. She's in Paris and she's about to start a normal day. She wakes up and she gets ready for work. She then braves a really rather troubling commute. When she arrives in the office, she has a coffee with her friends and catches up. Before heading into a series of quite challenging meetings. To reward herself for all her efforts, she has a lovely lunch. She's now prepared for the second half of her day, a series of important meetings, those that are filled with misunderstandings and filled with tensions. At the end of the day, she packs up her stuff and pops home to relax with friends and family. So at this point of the day, she could actually have a look at her day's story. And what we mean by that is a form of media that's layered, so it's movement, sound, vibration, dance, choreography. And let's see it in action. That makes the most sense. Laura, can you pop it on? Lots of things with her daily story. She can decide to reflect, have a look at the peaks and troughs of the emotions of her day, have a look how they trend over time. She can also connect and share, so she can send her daily story to her friends, to her family. They can send her theirs. They can start to co-create, add to the stories, include the choreography. What she can also do is move. She can decide to learn her choreography of the day, get moving and start dancing. So what you've noticed throughout that example is that Laura's using her phone. She's tapping on things. Now that's because the phone is quite key. It's passively tracking her movements, so accelerometers, geotagging. It's also actively tracking her emotional state. If she has a wearable, like a Fitbit, it could track her heart rate. All of that data is combined to tell her story. And what we've been doing is doing research into the types of devices and technology available to do that tracking. Chris, our head researcher, I'll pass over to him to explain.
Thanks, Dominique. Okay, so as mentioned, we have data and machine learning and devices such as the Maya armband. They can offer us and apps a way of understanding states of human emotion, such as sadness, happiness, and anger. This proof of concept demonstrates how computers can interpret and collect data to understand these states and then translate that back in through sound or imagery or choreography. A significant portion of our language is bodily expression, and today technology struggles to effectively communicate this. In a day where globalization is rapidly moving forward it's more and more important we find a common language. We have started to bridge this gap, for example, emojis. But if we can express ourselves through languages of sound, movement, and touch, then this might bridge the gap a little further. Back to you, Dominic.
Thanks, Chris. Fabulous. So you've seen what we think our app can do today. Well, what else could it do? What's the next step? So what we can see is that we could have dancers who are inspired to create, to communicate, to develop their own content based on what they see in the app. We can also help organise live events, live movement events, connecting people around the world. And as wearables become more sophisticated, of course, the types of data we can track, the emotional state during the day will get more and more intelligent, creating an even better personal story as time goes on. So that's it from us. To recap, it's an app that transforms your daily movements into something of a story, your own choreography.